we're counting down the top 5 takeaways about radio contests from New Voodoo's Ratings Prospect Study. And this is number 4.
As we showed in takeaway number 5, those likely to participate in the ratings do so because of cash compensation and the chance to win prizes. And a majority told us they play contests. Many, in fact, in the same week as their interview for this ratings prospect study.
As you are about to see, advertising contests plays a critical role in achieving ratings lift. It drives tune-in, even among people not inclined to actually participate in station giveaways. As Nielsen rolls out wearable meters, along with a new incentive-oriented companion app, sweepstakes and rewards are likely to become top of mind among panelists all day, every day.
57% in our total sample agree. Seeing an ad for a radio station contest usually prompts them to tune in. That's whether or not they actually play to win. It tells us that stations coming up with creative names or clever twists for their contests could be rewarded. Simply piquing the curiosity of the audience can change listening dynamics.
When we limit responses to only ratings prospects labeled RPS yes, the potential tune-in number jumps to 75%, and RPS 60s agree. 82% would switch to a station after seeing their contest ad.
RPS 60s are the most rare and valuable type of radio listener. They'd say yes to Nielsen, and they already spend an hour or more each day with radio. That's a lot of time spent listening that can be redirected in your station's favor with a well-marketed contest. And no, the irony of saying you should market your contest when we're a company that does marketing for radio contests is not lost on us. But the data tells the story.
As someone who manages campaigns for stations, I take full advantage of New Voodoo's twice-annual deep dive into the minds of likely ratings participants. It allows me to customize a client media plan with granularity that goes well beyond basic format, zip codes, and demographics. In fact, this time around, New Voodoo dedicated a significant number of questions to the category of ad channel effectiveness. This infinitely expands the way I can mix ad platforms to maximize ratings impact and bid aggressively to minimize costs.
We wanted to move beyond knowing where respondents simply notice advertising to what they're actually paying attention to. That one language tweak reduced the number of ad channels making it into our top tier. To make it there requires a score of 50% or higher, and it took things from 11 platforms in 2021 to 5 in 2022. There are, however, significant variations in that top tier depending on format, age, gender, and ethnicity. It's data I'm glad to share with you anytime one-on-one.
We tightened screen criteria further, narrowing from those simply paying attention to advertising to a subset paying close attention on each platform. Here you see the difference within our total sample. Notice how Google and YouTube break away from the pack to form their own de facto top tier?
To be fair, Facebook and Instagram operate as here's a fun term for you, demographically complementary duopoly, meaning where Facebook struggles demographically, Instagram can make up for it, and vice versa. That's why we generally run campaigns that cross all meta advertising channels. So, practically speaking, the metaverse effectively joins Google and YouTube in our ad platform top tier.
As we've mentioned previously, cross-tabbing results to better reflect our client station's narrower audience characteristics will profoundly alter the optimal ad channel mix. And it's why every campaign we propose is custom, reflecting unique underlying data.
So now let's eliminate anyone in the study who rejected our hypothetical invitation to become part of the ratings. That's around 4 in 5 who are RPS no listeners. And where does that leave us? At likely ratings respondents who pay close attention to advertising on each of these platforms. Notice the huge difference between regular radio listeners and ratings prospects, a gap that widens even further when we look at TSL-rich RPS 60s.
One of our most popular and cost-effective campaign strategies leverages New Voodoo's foundational 4 channels. That's Google, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Any one of these ad platforms has the potential to reach 70% or more of RPS 60s. That's the group with the greatest potential to impact ratings, yet it's only around 1 in 20 of overall study participants.
However, our most consistent contest-oriented campaign successes stem from an omni-channel approach to marketing. With most contests lasting only 5 or 6 weeks, it's critical to reach and influence those who will deliver the ratings report card fast and with enough frequency to change listening. That usually requires more than what a standalone ad platform can deliver, even on a bigger budget.
Look at what happens when we combine and dedupe the potential influence of several key ad platforms. This is an example of how we might customize a campaign to maximize reach and optimize exposure within a specific format group. Remember, we are measuring an overall campaign's potential to reach the maximum number of people who pay close attention to marketing and across multiple channels. That approach nearly doubles potential reach of any individual top-ranked standalone channel.
Take YouTube, for example. When we compare it to a hypothetical omni-channel campaign among RPS Yes listeners, potential audience reach increases from 62% to 80%. And among RPS 60s, the impact potential grows from 75% to 89%. As a reminder, this data reflects those in our total sample. Though the numbers will be different for a specific client, how we optimize the mix of ad channels is strictly a function of half a dozen unique audience attributes. We follow the data.
Want another reason to focus on cross-channel marketing in the coming age of the wearable? Nielsen says it will encourage ratings respondents to check the companion app regularly for new compliance-based incentives. They've made a big deal about how important it is for them to reach active panelists no matter when and where they are, but especially while they're out of home. Your mobile-centric marketing plan should reflect that reality.
Design your contest and media mix to reach and influence survey-friendly radio listeners in and out of the home, while commuting, working, or otherwise out and about. The mobile device should serve as a contest centerpiece, as the activation, participation, and even communication mechanism.
Let's get in front of it. New Voodoo can help you design marketing and contest tactics that are optimized for the new wearable era.
Get the conversation started by contacting us at tellmemore@newvoodoo.com. We can't wait to hear from you.